What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here. I want to welcome you to tonight's Profit Power Hour. It's it's a wild day to be doing a webinar, but here we are. As always, I do webinars Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern with some phenomenal training for everybody. So we'll see how many people show up tonight since it is election day. I know a lot of you are glued to the TV to see who the next president of the United States will be. And if you're here and you're piling in the room right now, I want to welcome you and I want to commend you for investing your time and energy tonight into this training that I've put together for you. So typically this webinar room will fill up in about 10 to 15 minutes as people kind of some people lollygag in, or maybe they have technical issues or whatever. You all should be able to see my welcome screen. I'll be sharing my webcam here in a second. I'm just kind of, when this starts up, we with so many people coming in, it sometimes can lag the room a little bit. So everybody should be able to see the welcome screen. Again, I'm sorry about last week's webinar. For those of you that were on it at the end and it shut off, my little dog Maverick had an issue, an emergency. He had a seizure. He's never had one before, so we didn't really know what to do. And we just had to rush him to the emergency vet. Tested everything, came back good. He's a little 2.5 pound Pomeranian, and he's my world. So, it was very scary, but thank you all for the love and support in the group during that time. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the Profit Power Hour, I'm going to do my normal intro, and we're going to do an epic case study tonight. And I am going to keep this one tonight a little bit shorter than usual, hopefully, because I know that it is an election night, and I know that a lot of people are, watching the news and watching, the election as it takes place. But again, nothing can stop the Profit Power Hour. I shall always be here to do an epic training for y'all. And I believe tonight I have something really amazing to show you, a case study based off of what you learned last week and a further explanation. So I know it's going to be very, very valuable, very, very valuable to you. On the right-hand side, you have my social media. So let me see if I can go ahead and get my webcam on. So there we go. Can everybody see me? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, cool. So on the right-hand side, you have my social media. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure that you follow me there. On the left-hand side, you have some Shopify tools that we've developed and that we recommend. Shine On is a great app. Pillow Profits is a great app for print on demand. The other ones are tools to enhance your store, enhance your targeting. So always feel free to check those out. Again, I know that tonight is a wild night. It's election night, and here we are doing a webinar. I always end up doing webinars on birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas, election days. I mean, it's crazy, but here we are. So let's just dive right into it. If you are new to the Profit Power Hour, this is a webinar series I do every single week. I've been doing them since 2015, where I just show you, what I'm doing in my business and what's working right now, or different things in Facebook ads or Shopify that you should be focusing on. Some weeks it's very beginner, very noob friendly. Some weeks we get a little bit more complex because we have veterans on here and we have complete newbies on here. So, I like to have a little training for everyone, but if you get on here every single week, you'll always get that continued education. And if you log into your Access Adrian portal where your membership area is, and you scroll down to My Courses and Software and click on Profit Power Hour, that's going to open up a membership area for you. It's completely free. And if you click on webinar replays, you can go all the way back to 2015, but you can click on this year's replays and scroll down, and you can watch each week's webinar. And we kind of do these in like 2 to 3 week spans, like boot camps, where you do a subject matter for 2 to 3 weeks, and then we move on to the next thing. And they're very beneficial, and it's one of the main reasons we've had so many success students come out of this program. Last week I had my internal media buyer on. His name is Roger, and he buys a lot of ads for us. He's an expert Facebook ad buyer. He's worked with me for many, many, many years. Brilliant guy. And if you missed that last week, just come to your free membership area and click on replays, and you'll see the start of how to create a home run Facebook ad with a really cool tool that's free inside of Facebook to use for split testing. Also, hover over my image here and smash the subscribe button and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get continued updates as we put new training in these members areas. So very excited about this. Now, last week we had Roger come on and talk about how to create split tested Facebook ads. How do you find the best image? How do you find the best headline for your ads? Because, you know, that's the key, is not just targeting the right audience, but giving them the right message or showing them the right image of the product that gets their attention. So we went over all of that last week, and we got cut off a little bit at the end. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recap, and then I'm gonna show you a case study. I actually launched some ads using this on one of my own personal stores. We did $500 in a day, and I'm gonna show you the good, the bad, and the ugly, so you can learn from that. So what I want everybody to do right now is I want you to jump over to our Facebook group. That's at facebook.com/group/ProfitPH. If you're not a member, apply to be a member. It's free. You'll answer 2 or 3 questions, and poof, in 24 hours we'll have you in. If you're a current member, you know, go ahead and remind everybody to hop in. I know it's election day, but I've got a really cool case study I'm going to show you. I launched an ad. It did $500 in a day, and I'm going to show you exactly how to find winning ads fast. I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily, as a complete beginner, dissect an ad and find the best image, the best headline, and the best text for pennies on the dollar when it comes to testing. So you just go in there and say, Adrian showing us a $500 a day case study on how to find winning ads fast. I'm going to show you how to set it up. I'm going to show you the case study, and I'm going to show you how to take a negative ad. In other words, if you've launched an ad and it's making no money at all, I'm going to show you how to turn it into a profitable ad. I'm going to show you how to click a couple of buttons and literally find out how to take a negative ad into a profitable ad. And this is one of those things that, you know, so many people that start out with Facebook ads, they don't know, and it leaves them high and dry in the end. And the ones that do know this, the ones that do use these types of strategies, they're the ones that end up making a profit. Now, let's just say that your ad is profitable, but you want it to be more profitable. You want to, instead of making, let's say, 75% profit margin, let's say you want to try to scale it to 100% profit margin or 50% or whatever it may be. This is another thing that you can do to find more profitable ads, to have a more profitable campaign. So this is going to work for beginners, it's going to work for veterans, and it's one of the coolest things that Facebook has added since Facebook started, or since I started Facebook in 2008. Now, by no means is this new, right? What it is something that people just don't utilize enough, right? And it's a tool that's going to allow you to split test. A split test means you're going to be able to test different ads, like different images and different headlines and different discounts, without having to launch a zillion different Facebook ads and have, you know, a crazy big daily budget. Again, that's all going to go back to you going back here, watching the replays, right? I drew everything out for you here on a notepad. So go back and watch this replay, and it'll give you the base, you know, the foundation of the training that we had last week. This week, I want to wrap it up, and I want to show you the case study and talk about some of the data, right? Okay, so now that we know, right, I'm going to show you a $500 a day case study on how to find winning ads fast. Let's scroll down. I can't remember last week if I wrote down any notes or not. Let me just see if I did down here at the bottom. I honestly cannot remember. All right, yes, okay, cool. So what we did last week is we talked about dynamic creatives, right? And I'm just scrolling again to find, there we go, cool. We talked about dynamic creatives. And in the example that we were using, we started creating an ad for this product right here, okay? So we started creating an ad for this pit bull blanket because previously, 2 weeks ago, I think it was, maybe 3 weeks ago, we did some research and we found that with Google Trends, right? With Google Trends, if you search for blanket, there's this huge trend every year around October, November, and December that blankets and quilts and stuff like that, Snuggies, all that stuff, really start to pop off. And that's where you see these spikes happening right here. So I suggested, hey, you know, you have access to print on demand apps like T-Launch, like Pillow Profits. There's other options. So launch pillows and launch them in a niche that's very broad. Cast a very wide net. So grandparents, family, pets, sports, very, very broad niches, right? So you don't have to do anything super ninja. We ended up finding this image right here that you can see of this pit bull, right? And so what we did is we took this image from Shutterstock, which is right over here, shutterstock.com. You can go get access to this image. It's done for you, and then you can just add some text to it. So we added text that said, proud pit bull mom, okay? And then we went into our Shopify store over here with Gear Grabber, right? And we decided to launch a campaign. We decided to launch a blanket, right? This was just purely examples, by the way. We used Pillow Profits. All right, so Pillow Profits is an app. You can use T-Launch. It's a free app. T-Launch is free. Pillow Profits is, I think, $20 or $29. And it allows you to do print on demand. And they have some really cool stuff in here. But we were focusing on the blankets and the quilts. So like this premium quilt here, this premium blanket here. And since we know that these are trending items, we said, let's launch a product, okay? Well, here's the result. We took that image of that product and we launched it in Pillow Profits and T-Launch, right? And within minutes, literally within minutes, we had a product live, ready to sell, ready to go. And one of the things that we discussed last week, though, is when you're writing an ad to sell this product, obviously we want to target people that are interested in pit bulls. Would you all agree? Yes, target people that are interested in pit bulls, of course, right? We also want to target people that are probably interested in buying blankets. So who would that be? Well, pretty much during winter, that's going to be everybody, right? Homeowners. So we're not necessarily targeting 18-year-olds for this. This is something that's generally going to sell more to the 35-plus-year-old demographic, right? So people that have homes, people that have their own apartment, people that, you know, they're inside this year and they're going to be snuggling up watching TV because there's not much to do since the whole world's shutting down. And so this is what we launched, right? So the question is not how to target pit bull lovers. I showed you how to do that a couple of weeks ago. That's easy. You type in pit bull into Facebook and tons of pit bull interests come up. That's how you target pit bull lovers. The real question is how do you identify an ad that is going to get people to stop scrolling through the news feed on their phone, notice your promotion, click on your ad, and buy your product, right? So we went over this formula last week, and I'm just going to write it on here because I don't have my notepad plugged up tonight. I could see I forgot to plug that up. So this is our winning ad formula. All right, AIDA. I want you all to write that down. Now, AIDA is old school. It stands for, people have different variations of it, but for me, it's attention, right? It's going to be interest, it's going to be desire, and it's going to be action. So whenever you're writing an ad on Facebook, you're going to want to have these elements within the ad. So you're going to target your desired group, right? And then you're going to want to hit them with AIDA. So attention, interest, desire, and action. So attention is going to be usually 100% your image, right? 100% of getting someone's attention is the image or the video that you're using in the ad. Interest is going to be typically your headline. Desire is really going to be spelled out typically in your ad copy or body. That would be like the long letter that you write It's plush, it's soft, it's cozy, they're custom made, right? Your headline is going to be like the sales hook. It's going to be 50% off blankets, premium blankets flash sale. It's going to be custom printed blankets. It's going to be limited edition blankets, right? That's going to be your headline. And then action is going to be your call to action, which typically is the shop now button, right? That's what we found works the best. So this is the AIDA formula. The problem is that if you're looking for an image and you're looking for a headline, these are the main two things that you're looking for. And it requires that you build a lot of Facebook ads, right? And you spend a lot of money testing. And it's been a nightmare in the past to do that until now. And I'm going to show you how it's all done. But if you just look at this over here, if you look at this listing, right? Look at these beautiful images that we have that we can use in our Facebook ads. But the real question is the girl with the yellow background going to get people's attention more than the girl with the orange fall background? Is the image of the blanket on top of the book here going to get a better attention grabbing ad than this one over here with the stack of books? So they're similar but different. And real Facebook marketers, right? Real Facebook marketers test this type of stuff. Now, traditionally, you would need to have an ad for this image, an ad for this image, an ad for this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and you would end up having 8 different ads, spending money 8 different times. And that's why a lot of people on low budgets were not traditionally able to test. Does everybody understand that? Yes, 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 say yes, right? If you don't have a lot of money, then traditionally you haven't been able to launch a lot of tests, and you're missing out on valuable data if you're not able to test. So we showed you last week, and we're going to show you again this week, an easy way to test, to find your winners with only one daily budget, right? Just one daily budget of $5 to $10 a day, right? So we're going to be able to test all of these images with one ad and one daily budget. Does that sound good? Yes. Now the next thing is going to be headline, right? Headline is that second most important thing that's going to get people's attention and really get them, interested or get them to desire the product. So a headline is going to be typically something that is unique about the product or a sale. So it could be like custom printed pit bull blankets, or it could be 50% off, or flash sale, or premium blanket flash sale. So these are little headlines. Again, every headline that you try to test means you got to launch a new ad, a new daily budget, wait around for the data. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Y'all get it? You don't have to do that anymore, right? You haven't had to do that for a long time. Dynamic ads have been available for a very long time, and dynamic ads are a feature in Facebook that allow you to test everything at one time, right? So what I want to do is I'm going to quickly recap, and I'm going to show you how to set up one single Facebook ad that will test your headline, it'll test your images, it'll even test your body if you want to. In other words, the copy that you use in the ad. Again, we showed the framework of this last week, but we didn't totally set it up. So what I want to do is, if we want to figure out how to, I'm going to show you this $500 case study, by the way. So that's coming. I'm going to show you the ads. And you know what? Maybe I'll go ahead and I'll do that right now. So why don't I show you the actual case study? Would y'all like to go ahead and see that? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull up this PowerPoint now. This is on one of my stores, so I did block out some of the images and stuff like that, but I want you to see exactly what this looks like. And this was a $500 in one day test, and it's very, very revealing. All right, so I did a couple of different tests here. Can everybody see this PowerPoint screen now? Just say yes if you can see this. So Facebook ads with zero data is a disaster. So we launched a product, right? And all of this naming here is just for reference to tie back to this example, okay? The data is real, the naming is not. It's just so I can easily explain things to you. All right, so let me show you what all of this means. typically when people launch a Facebook ad, here is what it looks like, okay? So I'm just going to zoom in real fast. We'll zoom in 200%. All right, so we have a couple of different campaigns, our ad sets. One of them is targeting our precise keywords. So this is going to be, I love my pit bull rescue. Pit bulls are the best. It's going to be keywords that are very precise. The broad ad is going out to just really, really big interest, like literally the keyword pit bull, which has 10 million plus people in it, right? So precise keywords, precise interests that you target are super, 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 super passionate people. Broad interests are just people that somehow end up saying they like pit bulls, right? There's a difference between someone who's interested in pit bull rescue, right, or saving pit bulls versus just someone who is interested in pit bulls. Does that make sense? Lookalike audiences are advanced. That's when you're scaling. Facebook will create similar audiences for you based off of your previous visitors or buyers. Videos, these are lookalike audiences of people that watched a previous video about pit bulls and then expanded. Don't worry about that. You can see we didn't do anything with that really. It's an expansion of targeting, okay? Now, my point here that I'm trying to make is this. With Facebook ads, the traditional way, if you were to launch an ad campaign like this, right? The only data that you're seeing here is what type of targeting works. Does precise targeting work? I'll get a little arrow here that we can play with. So what type of targeting works? Is it precise targeting that's working? Is it broad, lookalike, so on and so forth? So we look at this here, you'll notice as I scroll over here that our precise keywords, right? The precise interest for that blanket, right? For that pit bull product, we spent $128 and made $252. That's hot, right? That looks good. That's 2x return. That's great. Precise interest, crush it, right? Because they're very, very passionate people. But then you have the broad interest, right? We spent $160, we made $160, right? With an ad. So we broke even. Actually, we lost a little bit of money because when you do that, you have product costs involved, right? The lookalike audiences, brand new, we spent $70, we made 70. The other one we spent 95 and we made 70. And then the expanded targeting, I spent $100 and it didn't make anything, so I killed it, right? Real fast. Is everybody with me on this? So this is what most people look at. They look at this data and they say, okay, well, I know that precise targeting is working, and I know that broad targeting is working, but here's the thing, broad targeting here, where we're targeting a large group of people, is breaking even. So if you're breaking even, you're losing money on the front end. Does that make sense? So a lot of people here would say, oh, I'm turning this ad off, I'm turning this one off, these are all losing me money here, and the only winner up here is the precise keywords, right? Is the ones that are hitting like the I love pit bulls, pit bull, whatever rescue, right? The very precise keywords. Is everybody with me on this? So a lot of Facebook marketers, they will kill all of these other ads because they're only looking at the targeting. Is everybody with me still? If you're only focused on the targeting, then you're leaving money on the table. There's two pieces to the puzzle. There's the target group, and then there's the ad that you show to the target group. And if you have a really good ad that's showing to the target group, you can increase your profits, or you can take yourself from break even right here to a profit. Does that make sense? Now, again, in order to do that, right? In order to do that, what you have to do is you have to use this winning ad formula, AIDA. You have to find out what image is going to get people's attention more. That's going to get you more traffic. It's going to get you more sales. What headline is going to drive more interested customers to your website to get them to buy? What type of ad copy is going to get them to desire the product? So what are the emotions that you need to tap into? Like, you know, or what are the benefits of the product? Not the features, like 100% cotton is a feature. A benefit is staying warm and cozy during a lockdown. Does that make sense? Yes? All right, so those are some of the things that you have to start testing. And if you start testing with these, you can find a winning combination, and you can take these ads that we're looking at right here and you can turn them into winning ads, right? So how do I turn this broad, this lookalike, all of these ads into winning ads? Because right now, here's what's happened. We've spent $552 across all of the targeting, and we've made $554. So essentially, we've broken even. That excites me. That is very exciting. You want to know why? Because I'm about to deep dive with a beginner-friendly strategy that's going to show me exactly where my money is. I'm not just going to focus on targeting. I'm going to try to figure out what image and what headline mostly is making me money, so I can turn this broad campaign, right, that's breaking even, maybe into a profit just by changing one or two little things. Now, we're going to deep dive into this data, but first, I want to show you how I set this up, okay? So let's jump over here to Facebook ads, and I want to show you how to set up a campaign. I did this last week, but I'm going to do it again because I think Roger didn't show a real live example of setting it up. So when we're promoting this product here, let's say we're promoting this pit bull blanket right here, okay? And we know that we want to test images to see what image is going to get people's attention, get clicks, what image is going to get people to buy. We want to test headlines. How do we do that, right? What's the fastest, cheapest way to do that? It's dynamic ads, but they are hidden, okay? So what you're going to do is log into your Facebook ad manager. And if you're brand new, don't worry, just go back and watch the replay, go through your Ecom Quick Start or your ESA, Ecom Success Academy training. I go over all of this step by step. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna hit let's create a new ad. We're gonna do a conversion-based ad because conversions are what we're looking for. We're looking for sales. Is everybody with me on that? Yes? Okay. Now, once we hit a conversion-based ad, we can name this. Now, we're gonna name this Pit Bull Blanket Dynamic Creative Test. Now, what dynamic creative means, and you'll need to go back and watch last week's replay, it's free, it's in your members area, is that we're really gonna let Facebook split test images and headlines for us for no additional cost. We're gonna let Facebook figure out what image makes us the most money without us having to spend a bunch of additional extra money on ads. How many of you like that? Just say yes, 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 yes. Okay. So as we scroll down here, after we've chosen our campaign name, Pitbull Blanket Dynamic Creative, all right, I like to use campaign budget optimization. So we'll go ahead and we'll click that. That means that we're telling Facebook, hey, take our money and spend it where you see us getting the best results. So with dynamic ads, I do recommend that you take this up to more like a $10 to $15 a day budget, because you're going to want to spend a little bit more because you're testing images and you're testing ads, or headlines, but you're doing it under one daily budget, right? So I would say, let's go 15 bucks. And in 2 to 3 days, you have the data that you need. And you'll find that you can turn a loser into a winner. So once we select that, you put in your daily budget, and it's okay if you do $5 a day. That's fine, okay? You just want to let it run for about 4 or 5 days. You're going to hit next. All right, once you hit next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to choose your optimization. In other words, what is your goal? Are you looking for purchases? What are you looking for Facebook to do for you? So we're looking for purchases. So we're just going to say, Facebook, find us buyers. All right, our goal is to get a buyer. If it's red, don't worry about it. If you're new, it'll be red. It'll turn green as soon as you get your first sale. Now, here's the trick, y'all. Here's the trick that led me to this $500 in 1 day case study. Right here on the second step, there's a button that says Dynamic Creative. It says provide creative elements such as images, headlines, and we will automatically generate combinations optimized for your audience. Awesome. All right, no more launching 50 ads, no more spending a boatload of money to try to figure out what's working. We legitimately press this one button. See where it says Dynamic Creative? Boom, on. and we hit continue, done. Now we are set up and ready to go for what's called a split test, all residing under that one daily test budget. So we're going to find the image, we're going to find the product, the headline, we're going to find everything that we're looking for. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to put in our targeting, right? So if we come over here and we put in our targeting for blankets specifically, we might put in female, because I found that that's the demo that buys the most. Age group, again, you don't have to do this if you're not doing blankets, but for this, I know the demographics, 35 plus years old. Let's say we want to target women, and then for keywords, right? What we would do is come in here and type in pit bull, and we'll find that there are going to be a ton of suggestions that come up. So pit bull. And so here are our suggestions, right? Now remember, precise interest for me made the most money. So precise would be like the positive pit bull club, pit bull chat, the unexpected pit bull. These are what are called precise interest. Whereas up here with 22 million people in it, pit bull is a broad interest. Now we're going to show you in a little bit why that's important to separate them. So we'll go ahead and we'll just choose a target group. We'll choose a couple of keywords because that's not what we're doing here. All right, now the next step after you put in your targeting, this is where dynamic creatives kick in, okay? So the next step here is to write your ad. You're gonna wanna choose the fan page that you're writing the ad from. So we got dog parents rock. And then down here, since we are now doing what's called a dynamic creative, look at this, all of these buttons that you never touch. Don't be intimidated by all this stuff. A lot of it you never touch, okay? So what we're gonna do here where it says add creative is we are going to allow this to split test images. If you recall, we have a lot of different images here that we want to split test, okay? And I'm going to show you my results in just a minute, real results to a $500 in a day ad campaign, all right? You're going to see that momentarily. I just want to show you how to set this up first. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit select images, and the images that we are trying to run, you'll see them right here. They're already loaded. Check this out. All I have to do is click each of these images of the pit bull blanket. We're trying to figure out what image of the blanket on a couch works better. One where it's folded over, one where it's not folded over. A girl by herself or two girls holding it up, right? A girl in the winter or a girl in the fall, right? Typically, we would have to do a new ad for each of these images and spend money on each ad to find the results. But with dynamic ad creative, we don't have to do that. With dynamic ad creative, we can select all of these images, which are the images that we've uploaded to Facebook from our Shopify store, right? With drag and drop, and hit continue. And so now you're going to see here that we have all of those images right here. Facebook is going to rotate them underneath one ad. Does that make sense? So this one ad, Facebook is going to rotate these images and it's going to find the best ad for us. Now, the next thing that we want to do is we want to do our text and our headline. So your text, right, is the body. This is going to be something like, so limited edition pit bull blankets are selling out. This is the perfect gift for fellow pit bull owners, or maybe you just want to cuddle up in this super plush custom blanket yourself. Hurry and order yours before we sell out. That would be what's called a text or a body, right? Now let's just say that we're not sure if that is going to be a winning, a winning ad copy that's going to get people super interested in our product, right? So we can hit add another option, and watch this. Now Facebook will split test two different ones. So we could say custom printed pit bull blankets are selling out. These super plush pit bull blankets are a perfect gift for anyone who loves pit bulls, made in the USA, fast shipping, hurry before we sell out. So this is two different types of things here, right? One of them is saying it's the perfect gift, or maybe you want it for yourself. The other one really is adding in something. It's saying these are made in the USA because you can get the blankets in the USA from like T-Launch. And it's also saying that we have fast shipping. Can you see the different? The benefit is fast shipping, right? A benefit is cuddling up under a super plush blanket to yourself. So we're going to test which one of these works the best, right? And it doesn't cost us any extra money. If we want to type in something different, we hit add another option. All right, now headlines are the second most important thing here, right? So headlines might say something like, headline number one might be something like 20% off flash sale. All right, another headline might be something like free shipping today, right? So now what you're doing is you're split testing. Is a flash sale going to get people's attention? Is free shipping going to get people's attention? Which one of these headlines? You want another headline? You could add another headline, and you could say something like, you could say something like, let's just say, you could say almost sold out. All right, so this is something that's going to get people's attention and add a little bit of urgency, right? The description's optional. We don't always use that. And then we put in our website URL. So at that point, we come over here to our Shopify store, boom, grab this, copy it, bam, we put it right here. Now you're going to see this image load up on the right-hand side. Is everybody with me still? Yes? So now you're going to notice that the preview over here on the right-hand side shows one of those images. It shows that free shipping today. The last thing that we want to do is we want to come down here and we want to hit shop now. I've split tested this a zillion times. Shop now as a button is the best button you can use for e-commerce. So not learn more, apply now, book now, see menu, subscribe. Shop now always works the best. Now what Facebook is going to do is under one single daily budget, they're going to split test all of these images for us. They're going to split test both of these bodies for us. They're going to split test all of these headlines for us. And what they're going to do is they're going to figure out what image gets us gets the most attention. What headline gets people the most interested, right? Be it a 20% off flash sale, be it free shipping, or be it that the urgency factor, they're almost sold out. What is going to get people to desire it more? Made in the USA and fast shipping, or benefits about cuddling up in the blanket yourself? And then we know action is going to be shop now. But as you can see here with this ad, we have quite a few variations. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different images. We've got 3 different headlines. So that alone right there is 18 different ads, because each headline is going to be split tested with each image. Does that make sense? Yes, yes, yes. And then we have 2 ad bodies, right? So you can see all of a sudden we've got like 30 plus variations of our ad. Facebook is going to find out what image, what headline, and what text works best together. They are going to give us the winning combination. That's all. You literally write it in here, you press go, you press publish right here, and Facebook will start running all of these ads for you under one daily budget, be it $5, $10, $15, $20, and they will tell you what is working the best. Now, how do you get that information? All right, once you submit this ad, right? Here's our ad, here's our campaign, our Pitbull dynamic creative campaign. Here it is. Once it starts running and you let it run for 2 to 3 days, here's what you do. So over here on the right-hand side, we're in our ads manager, okay? You click on the campaign, and then over here on the right-hand side, you see where it says breakdown. Does everybody see this? I'm clicking this button that says breakdown. Forget all the other buttons. All you're looking for is the button that says breakdown. And you're gonna notice that there's one that says dynamic creative element. And there's no traffic to this ad. I'm gonna show you my case study. But when you hover your mouse over this, Facebook will tell you what text worked the best, what headline worked the best, and what image worked the best. It will drop down all of that information for you by pressing this one button. Now, I want to show you exactly how that works in this case study right here, okay? So again, this is a case study running a similar product. Again, I named it just for the sake of, you know, y'all tying it into the example tonight. And we have our precise interest, broad, so these are different target groups, all running dynamic ads. The problem is with Facebook is that if you just focus on ads targeting, it's a disaster because you don't have the data that you need to truly make money. When you use dynamic creatives, you're able to take these small but okay profit margins here and exponentially increase them. Or you're able to take these losers and maybe turn them into winners. So when we go over there after letting the ad run for a day or two, right? And we go to that menu over here to the right, once we get data that says breakdown, okay? And that breakdown under dynamic creative, not by action, not by delivery, not by time, dynamic creative. Look, here we go again. You log into Facebook, you click on your Facebook campaign that we launched, right? And then over here you hit breakdown, dynamic creative, and you choose what you're looking for, text, headline, image, right? Now, my campaign, let's look at the results. The first thing I want to look at here are the images. So I split tested the images in precise targeting versus broad versus all the other stuff, but let's just focus on the images. So at this point here, you can see, look, Facebook took these campaigns, right? Does everybody see that? And they drop down. You see these indented images? They're blurred out. It's a real product I run. And it's telling me what image is working the best. Let's dive into these results. Okay, so let's just focus on the precise targeting, all right? So that would be the I love my pit bull rescue, so on and so forth. We used two images, right? We used one image was the girl standing up holding the blanket, and the other image was the blanket on the couch. So I'll show you the two. It was this image right here versus this image right here. So I want to see what's working better, a person holding the blanket or the blanket on the couch. Does that make sense? Which one of these is going to get people's attention? AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action. Attention is the most important piece of the puzzle, because if you can't get people to notice you, then you can't sell them your product, right? So under AIDA, all right, let's jump over here and let's look at these results. So what we did is we went over and we chose dynamic creative, and I said, Facebook, I want you to show me what image is working the best. All right. And here are the two images that we split tested. The image of the girl holding the blanket versus the image of it folded up on the couch. Now we can see right out of the gate, this first line here is data for the image of the girl holding the blanket. The second line is data of the blanket folded over on the couch. So clearly having a person in the ad doubled my results, and you're going to see this just now. Cost per result means how much money did you spend in order to generate a sale. So every $27 I spend on the image of the girl holding the blanket, I generate a sale. On average, every $46 I spend on the image of the blanket folded over on the couch, I make a sale. So wouldn't you rather spend $27 to generate a $70 sale than $46 to generate a $70 sale? You see the importance there? So boom, right out of the gate, we can see that the image of the person is going to make us more money. So if we eliminate the image of the blanket on the couch, what happens? Our profit margin increases greatly, because remember, what we're seeing here are results of the combination. Once we find the winning combination, we want to launch a new ad with the winning combination. So let's look at this. All right, so this top line here is the ad total of both images. The second line is the image version 1 of the girl holding the blanket. And the second line here, I'm sorry, the third line is the image of it folded over a couch. All right. So let's take a look at this. And I'm going to give myself a little arrow to use to show you all these results. Okay. So first off, click-through rate. Does everybody see CTR? The CTR is the percentage of people that have seen your ad and actually click it. So the higher your click-through rate is, the better of an indicator is that image is getting what? Attention. Because if people are clicking your ad at a high rate, that means they are noticing it. So again, this line right here, right, is the girl holding the blanket, and this line right here is the blanket folded over on a couch with no person in it. So we had more than double the click rate. So more than double the amount of people noticed this ad and stopped and clicked on it. Very important. That means that we're doubling the amount of people that are scrolling through the news feed on Facebook that are stopping and clicking our ad. How many of you in here would agree that's a very big deal, right? This one got 148 visitors to our Shopify store. This one got 42, right? So that's triple the amount of visitors to our Shopify store, right? And not only that, but our average cost per customer to get to our store is 50% less, right? It's literally 50 cents right here per click versus $1 per click. Can y'all see how this data is very telling, that having the girl holding the blanket is getting us double to triple the traffic. It's getting double to triple the amount of people to stop and notice the ad. It's getting us cheaper traffic. And if you look over here, it's also converting at a way better rate. This ad had 3 sales, which totaled to $181 in sales, right? We spent $82 in a day and we made 181. How many of you think that's pretty good? That's pretty nice, eh? Right? This is a 2.2x return on investment. That is a 2.2x return on our money. We only need like a 1.2 to be profitable here. So this is a very profitable image for us versus the image of the blanket folded over, right? We spent $46 to make 70. So that's still good. It's a 1.52, right? But remember, take a step back, okay? When we're over here looking at the data on this campaign, just the bare bones data of it, okay? The bare bones data, what most people look at, this top line right here, okay? This very tip top line. What most people see is, okay, we're doing good. We spent $128 to make $252. We're at a 1.9x return on investment or return on ad spend. That's good. But what they don't know is they're actually leaving money on the table, because if you look at the same exact campaign here, right, but you look at the difference between the two images, we could have a 2.2x return instead of a 1.9. Does that make sense? Because this image, right, this secondary image right here is not getting us a lot of clicks. It's getting us 3 times less traffic. It's costing us twice as much to get visitors to our store, and it's not converting buyers as well. Does that make sense? So this tells us that if we eliminate this image, if we delete this image, we launch a new ad, and instead of using this image right here as our ad, which was this image right here, and we use this image as our ad, is gonna get us triple the traffic and make us double plus more the profit. Does that make sense? Yes, yes. Most people leave this here and they let it eat away their profit because you don't know what it is you don't know, or you're not testing. But if you test with one simple ad like I just showed you, boom, in one day, Facebook said, Adrian, this is your winning image. It's making you the most money. It's getting a higher click rate. It's getting more traffic. It's getting more attention. We are telling you this is our winner, right? Is everybody with me on that? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Now, let's look at the second thing, right? The second thing that we wanted to look at is headlines, right? So headlines are super important. Remember, we said flash sale versus 20% off versus free plus shipping. So if we come into Facebook and we're looking at our ad campaign, remember this one doesn't have data, so I have to show you the screenshots. And we say, hey, now that we know what image is working the best, let's look at what headline worked the best. So you literally come over here, click breakdown on Facebook, go to dynamic creative, and you hit headline. And when you hit headline, this is what it's going to show you. It's going to show you a drop down of the different headline tests that you are doing. Remember, I have a precise targeted campaign, broad, so don't worry about all these. Let's just focus on precise, okay? One ad to one target group. All right, so we went with headline 1 and headline 2. All right, I blurred them out because, again, it's my personal ads. So what you're gonna notice here is headline 1 talked about a discount. Headline 1 talked about them just being a plush limited edition blanket. So we tested discount versus limited edition blanket, right? Now, here are the results, right? The headline with the discount, so headline test 1 got 44 clicks. The headline number 2, the second thing that was talking about it just being a benefit, like a cozy blanket, a limited edition blanket, it got 20 clicks, right? If we look at the click-through rate, the click-through rate, honestly, right here, see it says CTR all, is pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. However, look at this. The headline right here on the second line, the headline that talked about the discount got 4 purchases. The headline that did not talk about the discount got 0 purchases. Same product, same ad, same price point, right? Even both of them had similar click rates and attention grabbers, but the one that talked about the discount got sales. Look at this, 3x return on investment. The headline that did not talk about saving money, right? It spent $50 and didn't generate a sale at all. The headline that talked about a savings spent $77 and made $252. What? You see what I'm saying, right? Again, we only made one ad, just like I just showed you earlier. We made one ad, and that one ad tested headlines and it tested images. What have we identified thus far? Well, we have identified that this image right here in the orange, it's kind of orange right here on the second line, is our winning image. This image is giving us a 2.21x return on ad spend. Does that make sense? We spent $82 to make $181. Image number 2, well, it made us money, but obviously common sense tells us if we put more traffic to the image of the girl holding the blanket, right, we're gonna get more clicks and we're gonna get more sales and it's gonna be more profitable. So we now know next image number 2. Image number 2 here is not our winner. We may have been settling for low profit sales or going negative with this image. Now we know, kill it, send all the traffic to the good image, right? Image of the girl holding the blanket with the orange leaves behind her, and we're gonna make double the money. Makes sense? Now we also know headline number 2 that we tested is not a winner. Right? People don't care if it's a cozy plush blanket. What they care about is that there's a discount involved. So this sends people in with buyer's intent. So you notice Facebook says headline, right? Headline 1, headline 2. All right, the headline that sent people in, that people clicked because there was a discount, it got us same click rate, but it got us 4 sales. So telling people that there's a discount clearly is what we need to do to get their desire. Does that make sense? Get them to desire the product. They desire the discount, right? So the image gets their attention. The headline gets them to desire the discount. All right. Now, the third thing that we did is we tested our ad copy, which is honestly the least important, but still an important thing that we test. So to do that, what we did, if you recall, with this ad, if I just expand it here so you all can see the actual ad. Let me just take a sip of my water. Remember, we split tested images and we split tested headlines, 20% off flash sale, almost sold out, free shipping today. That's what we've looked at thus far. The other thing we split tested is the primary text. That's the ad body, right? So is putting custom printed at the top or limited edition at the top of the body going to get them interested in reading more? Or is it made in the USA and fast shipping? Is that going to be better than hurry before we sell out, right? So we're split testing different things in the ad body. Simple. You copy this. I mean, like literally, you can copy exactly what I say. We're not writing a novel. We're just writing a couple of quick little points. All right. So now if we come back over here, right, and we say, let's just see what text worked best for us, right? The third most important thing. We can just click text. When we do that, it's going to drop down all your different text variations in this ad. And it's going to show you here, let me just zoom back out. This is a real ad, right? It's going to show you here your winning ad copy. So let's look at this top targeted ad, the precise pit bull keywords, because that was our biggest winner. All right, so now you're going to see ad copy test 1 and ad copy test 2. Which two variations of the ad copy work the best for us? Well, let's look. And just to keep y'all in line with everything, this is ad copy 1 and this is ad copy 2 right here. Has everybody got that? These two lines are what we're looking at. Now, ad copy version 1 got us half the clicks, and ad copy version 2 got us double the clicks. Do y'all see that? The ad overall had 64 clicks, but 20 of those clicks were people that read the ad copy version 1. 40 of those clicks were people that read ad copy version 2. We can see that version 2 of the ad text that we wrote is getting us cheaper traffic, and it's getting us more traffic, right? It's getting us more traffic that costs us a little less. We also can see over here, both of these, this is why it's the least important thing to test. Both versions of the ad that we wrote got 2 sales, and both of them have very similar profits. So website purchase ROAS, one is 2x and one is 1.9x. Very, very close. Like both of these are clear winners. There's not too much to change here. There's not too much that you have to do here. This is why I say that ad copy is the third most important thing with e-com selling products like this, because it's not, it's typically, it's going to be your images and it's going to be your headlines that pull, right? Your images and your headlines that pull. So what we've done here is we've just taken a campaign that was at 1.9x, right? In other words, it's making us close to 2x return on investment. And we found an image that can triple our sales profit. And we found a headline that can, what was it? A headline that, well, heck, headline test 2 didn't even get a sale. So we found a winning headline that's clearly giving us a 3x return on our ad spend. Does that make sense? Look, this is the headline right here at 3x. Remember, there's a lot of data on the screen. Forget anything under broad, all right? So we're tested one headline versus headline 2, right? Makes sense? So we found our winning headline right here. It got all the sales. The other headline didn't even generate a single sale for us between these two, right? And so now what we have is called our winning combination. Now what we can do is we can relaunch this ad to the precise keywords, and we relaunch it with the winning image and the winning headline. And this campaign here is likely to go from 2x return on investment to maybe 2.5 or 3x, because we're eliminating the loser image, the loser headline, and the loser text. Does that make sense? Yes, 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 yes. Now, what would that look like on the broad campaign, right? Because the broad campaign was breaking even for us. Precise keywords, the most passionate people out of the gate, those were already profitable for us. We were at almost a 2x return on investment. All we've done now by identifying the winning image and the winning headline and body is we've increased our profits probably by 2x, right? Now we have more profits that we can enjoy. But What about the broad keywords here on the second line? All right, what about these guys right here, right? This campaign here wasn't doing as hot. It was breaking even, right? Targeting the larger group of less targeted people interested in pit bulls. Not pit bull rescue, I love my pit bull, but just targeting the 10, 20 million people that fall under the category pit bulls. We broke even, which means we lost money. But what happens when we split test image, headline, and text, right? Using dynamic ads. Well, let me show you. So now we're moving down here to where you see where it says broad. Can everybody see the line right now where it says broad? So let me just really zoom in because I don't want you to get lost in all the data. We're looking at right here where it says broad, and these two images underneath it, okay? Well, there's only one image because I already knew what the winner was from this up here. I knew that if precise targeting, that image worked, that image would work better with broad. Okay, so we found the image that works the best. So let's move to headline. All right, so headline, I forgot, since this is real data, I already did this test for headlines too. We used our winning headline for the broad campaign. And then text, let's look at text. Okay, we did split test text on broad targeting. So we'll come over here. Broad targeting right here. Everybody see it? Arrows pointing to it. All right, this is our ad copy. Let's just see if we can find some profit here. All right, so we did two different versions of ad copy, and we can see that one of those got us a 1.8x ROAS. Here we go, let's move this over here. And one of them got us a 0.82, so it went negative. So this version of the ad copy to the broad targeting obviously gave us a pretty decent increase in sales. Does that make sense? So we know that if we eliminate headline or ad copy number 2 and just use the first version of the ad copy, then we have more profit that we might be able to salvage out of this campaign. And if you look at this, we do this for precise targeting, for broad targeting, or lookalike audiences. Again, if we come over here and we look at headlines, this is our headline test. If you look at the lookalike audiences, you can see we're always testing and finding the winners. You can see with the images, we're always testing to find the winners over here. So for this one, for example, this image here clearly was outperforming the other image at 2x ROAS. So I guess my point is that most people look at this right here. Most people only look at the targeting. Is precise, broad, lookalike audiences, is the targeting working for me? And if you really want to make money with Facebook and you're on a limited budget, you need to look at the data. You need to split test AIDA, images, headline, those are the two most important, and then ad copy, right? Those, the image and the headline are the two most important pieces of the puzzle, which are these right here. Your images are number 1, and your headlines are number 2. All right, these are your headlines: 20% off flash sale, free shipping, almost sold out. Those are the second most important things that you want to split test. You launch one ad, it split tests everything. You click one button on Facebook, and then it delivers to you a report that shows you each ad campaign, and it shows you what image worked the best, and it shows you what headline worked the best. It gives you all the data here. Look at this, sales. It's very simple. Don't worry about all the numbers. You don't have to worry about all the numbers. What you're looking at is click rate. In other words, is it getting people's attention? And sales. Is it generating sales? Which one of these images leads to a higher return on investment? And when you look at this data here, now you have a winning combination, right? So to end this off, because I know I'm going a little bit over for tonight, but to end this off, what we have now discovered is our winning image. We've got our winning headline, right? And we've got our winning ad body. And when we have a winning image and a winning headline and a winning ad body, we are able to 2x to 3x our profits, or we are able to eliminate losers and turn the ad into a profitable winner. Does that make sense? Sorry, my notepad got messed up here. Does that make sense? When you have this information that I know can look kind of boring on this notepad, you can kill the losers and turn the ad into a profitable winner. Or you can, if you're already profitable, you can 2 to 3x your profits by eliminating the loser image and the loser headline and running a new ad to the same target group, but now you're running the winning combination, right? So what we're looking for here is our winning combination. We can find this in just 3 days testing time. We can get our winning image, we can get our winning headline, our winning body, all right? And we do this with one single dynamic Facebook ad. Let me just correct my spelling here. One single dynamic Facebook ad that I just showed you how to create. I did a big daily budget because I know the product, but also you'd want to do maybe like a $15 to $20 per day budget and let it run for 2 to 3 days. So Facebook has time to find you that winning combination, to find you what image, what headline, and which body is going to work the best. And then all you have to do to find the winning image, the winning headline, and the winning ad body to then kill the losers of that group is come into Facebook, click on your Facebook ad campaign right here. Look, here's your campaigns. Here's our Pitbull blanket. We click on it. We come over here to breakdown. So everybody see where it says breakdown? And we hit dynamic creative, boom. What text is working best for us? What headline? What image? We click on those things, and then Facebook will pull up a report automatically that looks just like this right here, and it's going to tell us, hey, Adrian, for this precise campaign, here are the 2 images or 6 images, and here are the results. Your winning image is this image right here that's giving you a 2.2x return on ad spend. Adrian, your winning headline is this one right here. It's giving you a 3x. The other one might be giving you a 1x or 1.7 or nothing at all, right? This is how you identify what's getting people to desire your product more. Hot discount, right? Or a really cool benefit, right? What image is getting people to stop scrolling in their news feed? A person holding the blanket or the product, or a really nice advertisement style looking image of the product set up somewhere. This is all simple. You create one ad, less than 5 minutes, let it run for 3 days, look at the reports, you're good to go, right? I hope that y'all liked tonight's webinar. I know it's late, and I know that there's a lot going on right now and people want to see the election and whatnot. So I'm not going to be going live for an after party tonight because I do want to go watch the news and see what's going on. But I will go in the Facebook group. I'm going to be giving away some cash money in the Facebook group to a random person. I'll make that post there shortly. And this is all recorded. You'll be able to watch the replay. I hope that you enjoyed it. I legitimately showed you an ad breakdown where I discovered a $500 per day test that I'm able to dissect now and turn into a profitable campaign. Literally, you could see this from October 30th to now. Now I know exactly what my winning image is, my winning headline is, my winning body is. I'm eliminating the losers. I've got my targeting. I've got my winning AIDA formula. And now I'm ready to launch the campaign and realize way better profits. This is how you do Facebook marketing as a complete beginner. It could be done in less than 10 minutes. You just don't know what it is you don't know. So again, watch this replay, test images, test headlines. Those are 2 most important. Press that 1 button on Facebook and let Facebook tell you what your winner is, kill the losers, and relaunch an ad with that winning combination. All right, I love you all. I wish you a ton of success over the week. It's a crazy week. Stay healthy, stay focused, and I'll see you next week, same place, same time, right here on the Profit Power Hour at 9 p.m. EST, Tuesday nights. And go to the Facebook group that's listed right there on the page. I'm going to go post a $100 cash prize winner. All right, y'all. Again, I love you, and I wish you a ton of success. I'll see you next week on the Profit Power Hour. watch out for the replay. I'm emailing it out tomorrow, and I'll see you next week. Good night.